Hi friends, it's Teresa Kimball today with my fourth video. I am so honored and humbled that my first video went to 1.3 thousand views. That's more than I could have ever imagined, and I can't thank you enough for being with me when I present these and having the desire to even see more. Today, I want to tell you something that really is coming from my heart instead of my head, because I've dealt with it my entire life. So I seriously thought about doing this entire video with no notes, because if you were right here, I could spill it right out of my heart. But I want to make sure that I cover everything that I've learned. So really, almost if you're interested in overcoming worry and anxiety, you really need to get a pen and paper right now, because I'm going to give you some things that I've actually done and some definitions that I think will help you, that have really turned my life around as far as worrying and anxiety. The very first thing that I want to say is, you don't usually use superlatives and they be absolutely right. I use hyperbole by saying like, oh, I'm 100 years old, or, I can eat an elephant. But with this superlative, it is 100% the truth, and it is that 100% of life is lived in the present moment. You will never in your life live a moment that is not in the present moment. A mind that is out of the moment is fertile ground for worry and anxiety, guilt and regret. Now, if I look back, looking back prompts guilt and regret. If I look forward, it prompts worry and anxiety. Worry and anxiety are very similar in that they are both fears. They are small fears. Worry is fear with a target. Anxiety is fear without a target. You're all over the map. I have generalized anxiety disorder, and I'm not going to go into that today because it's another topic in and of itself. Basically, I want to talk about worry. Worry is taken from chewing like a dog. You throw a bone out to a dog and he chews and chews and chews and chews. And that's exactly what we do with the worry. Worry is a fear with a target. So if you've been worrying today, you can think almost immediately what you've been worrying about, and you've been chewing on it over and over and over and over again. Worries rarely go away. They're just replaced by another worry. So you throw that bone out to your dog and he will chew it until that bone is almost gone. You throw him another one and he'll just go right onto that other one. Anxiety, on the other hand, means to choke, as in a person in a noose, and you've got somebody pulling over here and somebody pulling over here, somebody in the back and somebody in the front. So you feel like that you are being pulled in four directions. You're overwhelmed. And so you don't really know what to do first. And possibly in this coronavirus, you may be thinking, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? Do I have everything that I need? Do I need to go to the grocery store? If I go to the grocery store, am I going to be exposed? Do I have a mask? Do I do this? Do I do that? And so you're thinking, if you have homeschooling, you're thinking about, when am I going to have time for homeschooling? So you are absolutely all over the map. When I discussed with my psychiatrist how I was feeling, and I went over that years ago, he said, in other words, you're all over the map. And I had never had in my own head those words that succinctly say, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, is that I'm all over the map. Worries fall into three categories. I'll tell you exactly how many categories worries fall into. Number one is spilled milk, and that's something that's already happened. So if it's already happened, you can't worry about it. If it's in the past, it's a memory. That is so significant. And I am telling you, I've gotten a lot of these things from Richard Carlson's book, You Can Be Happy No Matter What. Buy that book, read it, especially if you have trouble with worry and anxiety. It will change your life. It did mine. It made me see in print exactly what I was dealing with in my mind. Okay, number one worry is spilled milk. Number two is Worry is borrowing from tomorrow. Something that is in the future that probably will not happen. 99% of the things that I have worried about have not happened. And to be quite honest, the things that I have lived through that have been the very worst are things that happened very suddenly that I was totally unaware was going to happen, and I didn't really have time to worry about it, but I lived through it. And then the third worry is something that is not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility. Ask yourself if you can solve this problem. If you can't, then it's not your problem. That is so key and so significant into realizing, is this a real problem? Because if you can fix it, then it's your problem. If you can't fix it, then it's not your problem. Now, the solution to worrying is problem solving and living in the present moment. Those two things are the solution, or it has been to my worrying, is problem solving and living in the present moment. So to problem solve, I have to ask myself, is this problem real? Well, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. The coronavirus is real, even though it's invisible. But if I were a nurse or a doctor, I cannot say to them what I'm getting ready to say here, because they are living in a different world, a different realm than I am. But I'm talking from Jane Christian's heart, Teresa Christian's heart, to you out there who probably is not a doctor or a nurse, but a Christian. So I will just tell you that this problem is real. Yes, it is real. I'm thinking today about going, because we're running out of food, and I've thought, should I go? Should I not? Should I get somebody to go for me? I've checked the click list, and it'll take a week, and we need things before then. But these are things that I can do that the president actually put into order, and that is I can stay at home, I can wash my hands, I can social distance, I can take it seriously, I can wear a mask, I can wear gloves, I can turn off the TV. Which is probably the best advice that I can give you today. I can turn off the TV and I can go outside. I can get some fresh air. I ate my breakfast outside this morning, and I heard the birds, and it was just, nature is so good for us when we can see God's glory, and it is in the present moment. The other thing that problem solves for us is to stay busy. Stay busy. And do something that benefits somebody else. Pick up the phone, call them, see if they're okay, check on people, and think about all the good deeds. If I were to list them that I've seen, it would be endless of good deeds that people have done that have been problem solving. This is the reason I'm doing these videos, is this is my way to serve, yet stay at home. I love to speak, I love to teach, so it just accidentally happened, but I absolutely love this avenue. Okay, number one, ask yourself, is the problem real? And number two is live in the present moment. Oh my, that has turned my life around more than anything. When you are in the present moment, your mind is focused and you are thinking on one thing, because you cannot think on two things at one time. So what are you doing right now? Right now. If you're watching this, you're watching a video. Is your world good? Is it calm? Is there chaos in your house? Right now at this moment, probably you are in a room able to watch this video. That's awesome. That's awesome. When you are in the shower, be in the shower. Don't let your mind wander. Be in the shower, feel the water, feel the soap, smell the soap, feel it coming down your body. That's the present moment that you're living in at that time. So, this was significant to me because I suffer from depression. You cannot be happy without first thinking happy thoughts. You cannot be sad without first thinking sad thoughts. So really and truthfully, it's our thinking and not our circumstance that makes us happy. Now let me say that again. It's our thinking and not our circumstance that determines how we feel. When I am depressed, whether I realize it or not, I'm thinking depressed thoughts. And yes, depression is real. And yes, I have taken medicine for years. But when I am depressed, I'm thinking depressed thoughts. So when I have to do that, I have to bring myself to the present moment and think about where I am at that moment. When you are worried, I want you to do this for me. I want you to bring your mind back to the present moment. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. I want you to think about where you are at that moment. And I want you to breathe. Literally. I want you to breathe. Catch your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do that 5 times. At least 5 times. The breathing in and the breathing out, the slower you go, will relax you, and you will feel a rest, a peace, a calm, a comfort in your body. Now, this is what I want you to do, because these are the thoughts I want you to think, and it's very, very simple. It came to me in my sleep the other night. I want you to think, when you breathe in, God is great. Then I want you to breathe out, life is good. And then in that rest, I want you to think, I choose joy. Breathe in. God is great. Breathe out. Life is good. In the rest, say, I choose joy. You all have a great night, a great tomorrow. I'll check in and we'll be looking at Philippians 4, where we can talk about joy and what to think about tomorrow, which is an extension of this lesson. Love you guys.